All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and start. So this is your state board perm wrap. If you guys have your PSI packets that I've uploaded like 13 times, you can follow along in here. You don't have to, but you're certainly welcome to. It would be on page 16. So there's 6 points for your procedure in here, and then 6 points for the safety. So always, like, the first step is sanitizing your hands. When it says prepare the mannequin for service, that's your draping. And then you have your sectioning, and then they're looking for things like placing your bands in the proper place, saturating your rods, and your testicle. So there we go. So when they say the next section is your permanent way of service, you have 22 minutes to complete this section. You may begin. So you would get your flag out of your kit and place it on your station for them to see that it's labeled. And sanitize. Sanitize your hands. And then you always throw your trash, like your bags and stuff, in the trash. And close your trash back up and sanitize your hands. Looks like I might have a lot of extra stuff in here. You'll have 2 towels and a cape, perm rods, gloves. I have lots of gloves. Protective cream and some spatulas, combs, mock wave solution, clips, lots and lots of clips. More combs, cotton coils, and your end pieces. Okay, so the first thing is to prepare the mannequin for service. Well, sanitize your hands before you touch your mannequin. So the easiest way that I found to get your towels to stay on is to fold them in a diagonal and wrap it around and tuck it in. Okay. A little bit of extra ketchup here and throw away. Sanitize some hands. So this cube is really giant, so I'm just going to keep it folded so that it doesn't can swamp her, and then I'll just tuck it in. And then your second towel, again, fold it in a diagonal. And then, you see how I left it so they can see the layers of your towel cape towel, so they know that nothing is touching the plants, or that your cape isn't touching the plants. Excuse me. Okay. So I have prepared my mannequin for service. Now I'm going to section her into 9 sections. So I don't need this. I'm going to put it in the trash. Sanitize my hands. not home. So your subsection should be so I'm going to keep these out in case I break one or drop one. So when you're not using your bags, so you do need to close, but you don't have to ziplock it. You can just fold it over. Okay, so your sections should be the length of your rod. So see, there's like, you can't really see these lines here and here. So that's a good measurement. So there and about there. Sometimes I put a little bit of the conditioner in my water. If it's like a Cassie doll, they tend to keep on using. Okay. So I just make sure that it's straight. So yes, yes, a little narrow. And straight across. Okay, so that's section 1. And then I'm just going to come straight down on this side. And section 2. Same thing over here. Someone's timing me. We could have it in 4 minutes hopefully. And section 3, you don't really have to do it in 4 minutes. But when we switched and we first started doing this, we realized that we were like 11 minutes in and people were still sectioning. So we kind of just made 4 minutes like the time to shoot for it to be done sectioning in. So then I'm going to come straight down from the middle because we already know that this is the correct width for our rods. But this is the section that you're going to be rolling. So this is the one to make sure that it is really the correct size. And you're going to have 6 of them. So you want it to be long enough to get 6 rods done. And so the diameter of each subsection is going to be the same width as your rod. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it is wide enough. So that is section 4. Okay, so if you drop something, and pick it up and EPA it. And you have paper towels like you're supposed to, and wipe it off. And then sanitize your hands. And then keep going. But you always have to pick it up off the floor like that. or just have enough extra stuff that you could throw it in your trash. And then come straight across this. Here. And then same thing at the bottom, coming straight down. Let's see her. Straight down the middle to the nape. This last section. My towel's a little bit high up. On either side. Okay. That's my sectioning, which took a lot longer because I was talking. Okay, so then you're going to take this middle section that starts at your apex, goes down the center back, and this is the one that you're going to pull. So you can choose any base placement that you want as long as all of the rods are on the same base placement. And that's what's going to make sure that they lay evenly instead of like bunching up funny or being too tight. As long as they're all the same diameter, which is diameter of your rods, that will also make sure that they lay evenly. Stick it out here. End wraps. Trash. And you can do like bookend, flat wrap, double flat wrap, whichever one is easier for you. But as long as the ends are completely covered and that they're not like fish hooked or anything, I just think it's easier to do two. Just keep yourself covered. They're still sticking out a little, so I'm just going to come all the way up. Move it over. Down. So when I do my band placement. Okay. So I'm just coming straight across. The elastic is not twisted or anything, and I'm not going to tighten it, which I feel like people tend to do. So it's going to be able to bounce a little. Oh, so it looks like it's loose, but when they're all in place, I mean, it's not like your client's going to be running around the salon or anything. But that way there's no line or crease in the hair, which is what can cause breakage when you actually are making that chemical change from the perm solution, is if it's too tight and there's a crease in the hair. So it's nice and flat, which is good. So then on the sun, I'm going to come straight up again at 90 degrees so that it will lay the same. And if you do your haircut really well too, I feel like so that your layers are even, it's a little bit easier because it's not all jagged. So straight up. And I don't know if you can see how it spreads straight across and the ends aren't pinched together. We're looking for that as well. So, next one. Right down. And the papers a little bit. So, and straight across. And so they both lay the same. They're both a little bouncy, but they're in the same spot. So it's not in the little hole. Can you see the little hole? It's not in there, but it still stays in place. So you would do all 6 of these, and then I am not going to do all 6 so that you can do this on your own after. But so when you get all 6 rolled, then we are going to put on your
For the state board, we're only going to have to do 6?
yeah, just 6. So then you'll wrap cotton around the 6. We'll pretend these are all rolled. And take your protective cream. So with your protective cream, you can either use your finger or your spatula. So if I use my finger, I am going to take it and put it on the side of my hand and not use my finger again. If I were to use my spatula, I would take the spatula, same thing. Take some out and then put it on the side of my hand. Put my lid back on, and then I put both of these in the trash. And since this is on the side of my hand, I can sanitize and still have this here. So then I will take this off of my hand and put all the way around. Because if this were really applying it, the cotton would be around it. Now that I'm thinking this, I would put the protective cream on before the cotton because the cotton was there. I'm going to be able to get under. So, get this all on. Around the neck, over the top of the ears. You have paper towels, you can wipe it off your hand. Some extra paper towels. And just leave your hands. So then you can put on your gloves. And raise your hand. So then your rater is going to come over to you and they're going to say solution. You'll take your water bottle, which has pretend Perm solution in it, and hopefully you can get the lid off of it. Okay. And then they want to see you saturate each of your Perm, all 6 of your Perm rods. So they're looking for is that you are evenly saturating them. So just across the top, lift it up, come across, just so there's no dry spots, but not so wet that it's going to drip all over the hair. Oh, super tiny.
Miss Rachel, are we choosing a perm we want to do?
No, this is the state board one. So this is exactly how it's going to be when you, yeah.
Okay, and how many panels, how many sections are there?
Just one with 6 rods, just this middle section, just exactly like I've been doing, yeah. So then make sure like that you don't touch the bottle to the hair, because then that would contaminate it. Just little things like that. So after that, just put the cap back on. You can either throw it away or put it back on your station. So I'm gonna throw it away and sanitize my gloves. Yeah. So then they'll say test curl, and we'll just pick a rod and unroll it 1.5 times and show them the S pattern. You don't have to bump it or anything, just show that you know how to look for it. There probably won't be one because it's just water. And then roll it back up and secure it. And then they will come in and they're going to check all 6 of your rods in front of you. So when they unroll them, they're going to be looking to make sure that the bands were correct, that the ends, this one I pinched together a little bit. So they want to make sure that it's spread out, that the ends weren't sticking out of the end papers, and things like that. So when they're done and they walk away, then you can take everything off, clean up your station, and you're done. So that was it.